Resisting peer pressure. Normally, when a conversation revolves around peer pressure, it's generally about the use of alcohol or drugs, but I want to broaden this conversation because peer pressure takes place in so many other ways that you may not even realize it's actually happening. The reason it's important to resist peer pressure is because peer pressure forces you to not be your true self. Now, there are obviously levels of peer pressure. Take, for example, if you're at an amusement park and your friends are pressuring you to ride a roller coaster, that's one thing, versus if you're out with your friends and they're pressuring you to drink even though they know you don't drink. So a question I always like to consider is, does what this person is wanting me to do make me alter, change, or go against ideas that I value? If the answer to this question is yes, then that's when I know to say no to what they're suggesting. But you may be asking, what if they keep pushing after I say no, or I feel uncomfortable saying no? And these are both completely valid questions, and to them I say that the only thing you really can do is just call back and remember why you value what you value. Why have you lived a certain way for so long, and why have you denied requests like the one in the scenario before? Personally, I've never been a big drinker. I'm going into my sophomore year of college, and even throughout my freshman year, and even my high school years, like there have been several times where I've been in scenarios where there sort of was a pressure to drink alcohol, and for me personally, I just never felt compelled to. And even though in these scenarios there would be people saying, oh, it's just one drink, just take it, it tastes so good, I just never liked the idea of not having control of myself. I've just seen too many things where people got a little too out of control and they didn't necessarily have control of their actions, and just bad things followed. And I've just never liked the idea of not having control of myself. So because of this, I learned how to say no. And, the first few times it was a bit uncomfortable because I just, it was kind of weird. Everybody else was doing it. So it makes me seem like almost stand out like a sore thumb. But, there was a bit of pride that I had after the fact when I would look back. I was like, even though everybody else was doing it around me, I was able to say no, and I was able to still stick to what I believe in. And this sort of leads into my next point. Like, you must always be true to yourself, and you can't ever let judgment be a reason you change for others. In the video I made about being yourself, I ended by saying how it's better to be judged for who you are rather than be liked for someone you're not. And if you need to be someone you're not, or do things you don't want to do for the approval of others, then those are people you shouldn't be spending too much time around anyways. Peer pressure is something that everyone at some point or another will experience, and most of the time it will be in the most unexpected places from the most unexpected people. But just because it's unexpected doesn't mean you can't handle it. You just have to be yourself, remember the importance of your values and why you live the way you do. Your belief in these values is what will give you the courage and confidence to say no. And I just want to end the video by saying, I believe in you, stay positive, and stay safe.